House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has struggled for weeks to get the votes needed to pass the war funding bill. Democratic leaders have sweetened the bill with money to fight the flu and a cash for clunkers program. But it's the $5 billion intended for the International Monetary Fund that has Republicans saying, what has that got to do with military spending? All right, joining us live from Capitol Hill is Democratic Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz of Florida. Congresswoman Schultz is on the House Appropriations Committee. Congresswoman, good to see you as always. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Nora. Thanks for having me.
You know what the Republicans are saying. We're not going to vote for this, they say, because it's got $5 billion. That's a global bailout that has nothing to do with military spending. Why are the Democrats including this money?
Well, you know what's so sad is that the Republicans have been on the edge of their seats just itching for a reason to not support this initiative. And it's really unfortunate that they are going to now, after spending years saying we have to support our troops, they're going to now cast a vote that would leave them twisting in the wind if this bill doesn't pass. And we feel like we've built consensus around this bill, made sure that there are some significant, important, urgent elements that are included in it, like cash for clunkers, like the pandemic flu. We have to make sure that we deal with all the pressing needs. That's what a supplemental appropriations bill is for, Nora.
Well, Congresswoman, and I want to put that out because I want to lay exactly sort of these extraneous items that are in this military war spending bill. There's $5 billion for the International Monetary Fund that the Republicans call a global bailout. There's $1 billion for cash for clunkers program. There's $7 billion to fight the flu and $10 billion in foreign aid. Congresswoman, again, make the argument, why, when Democrats were promising reform, are they continuing to add this extra stuff in a war spending bill? Isn't that exactly what the Republicans were doing in the last Congress, using bills that have to go through to just attach a bunch of other stuff that has nothing to do with it? We
haven't attached a bunch of other stuff because that has nothing to do with it. The Republican supplemental appropriations bills, our supplementary appropriations bills, have always included urgent items that are necessary. If we're going to make sure that we can unite the community of nations in this world and be the world leader that America once was before the Bush administration toppled us from that post, we need to make sure that we can provide the assistance that our foreign neighbors really badly need, because this is an economy that is global, Nora. If we're going to turn this global economy around, we are going to need, as the most powerful economic engine in the world, to be able to provide that assistance in order to make sure that we can move the behemoth that the global economy is. And that's why the supplemental appropriations bill is not just focused on war, but on many of the very urgent needs, which is what a supplemental is for.
All right, Congressman, thanks for coming on and making the case. And, of course, I understand it's going to be a pretty close vote today, so we will be watching. Thanks again.
We're working hard. Thanks.